brought up George W. Bush. Another thing that he did often was work for free trade. He was a proponent, and his father, obviously, of NAFTA. Donald Trump not. Says he wants to renegotiate part of NAFTA. Where do you stand on that right now? You were U.S. trade rep. I mean, do you want to see NAFTA a thing of the past?
Well, it's a 20-plus-year-old agreement. When it was negotiated, there was no e-commerce, as an example, which is a significant chapter now in all of our trade agreements. It did not have the environmental or the labor standards we now have in all of our agreements, so it should definitely be updated. And I think that's, an important thing for my state of Ohio, where we have a lot of trade with NAFTA countries, particularly Canada. We send more exports to Canada than any other country. So I think updating it's an important thing, John, and my sense is that the Mexicans are open to that. And so that's one thing we could do right away. But I do think we have to keep in mind that we can do more on trade enforcement, level the playing field, ensure that currency manipulation doesn't occur, as an example, ensure countries aren't dumping product and subsidizing product. We can be tougher there and crack down on unfair imports, and we should. But we also need to expand exports. And what these trade agreements let you do, if they're good agreements, is knock down barriers to our farmers and our workers. We send, as a country, about half of our exports to 10% of the world, and that's the 10% where we have a trade agreement, where there's actually overall a trade surplus with the United States. We have the opportunity to do more of that with good trade agreements, and so I would be cautious about saying that we don't want to have trade agreements. We want to have them, we just want to make sure that they're expanding our